Hello and welcome. I'm Sylvia from My Kitchen Creations. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. On today's episode, we are making Jamaican goat curry. This recipe is so delicious, guys. If you've ever had Jamaican curry, you know how delicious it is. And if you haven't, this recipe is a must try. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. First, we're going to wash our meat with some vinegar and lemon. After washing our meat, we're going to chop some bell peppers, some onions, some green onions, 1 tomato, some garlic. Now, take your garlic and go ahead and add that to your meat. We are going to add half of our veggies. And we are going to save the other half, and I'll show you what to do with it later on. We are going to season with garlic powder, onion powder, adobo seasoning, black pepper, seasoned salt. I am going to use some ground allspice, but if you have pimento seeds, go ahead and add that in. Add your curry powder. Now go ahead and give this a good mix. I'm also going to be adding some thyme to this. Also ginger. Give that a good mix. I also have some scotch pepper that I'm going to just add in here because I do love the flavor and a little bit of spiciness to this curry. I am not going to chop it up. If you would like yours to be spicy, go ahead and chop it up and add it to the meat. Go ahead and place this in the fridge overnight or at least 4 hours. Guys, this is how my meat is looking after being in the fridge overnight. As you can see, this meat is well seasoned. So this is exactly what you're looking for. In a large pot over medium heat, I am going to add some oil. I'm going to add some curry powder to that oil because I want to cook that curry to bring out all that good curry flavor. We're just going to cook our curry for about 30 seconds to a minute. So we do not want to burn this curry. We just want to bring its natural flavor. After cooking our curry, we are going to add in our meat. So now we're going to put a lid on this, and we are going to allow this to sweat for about 5 to 10 minutes. So this is how our curry is looking after 10 minutes. As you can see, it had produced some of its own water and it's looking amazing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add our water to it. I am going to turn down the heat a little bit to medium low, and I am going to allow this to simmer for about an hour with the lid back on. This is how it's looking after the first hour. It's looking great. So we're checking to see if it needs any additional water because we will be cooking it for another hour. I am going to add about another cup of water to it. And we're going to cover this back up. After 2 hours, this is how our meat is looking. We're going to check to see how tender it is. And to let you guys know, it also depends on your meat. Sometimes it is done by the 2-hour mark and sometimes you need more time. So mine is soft but not quite as soft as I'm looking for. Okay, so I am going to cook this for another hour. So what I am going to do now is add in some carrot chips, and I'm just going to add a few carrot chips to it. We do not need a lot. Give that a mix. I'm also going to add the rest of my veggies because we want to introduce more of that fresh flavor to this meat, and then we are also going to add more water. After 3 hours, this is how our curry is looking. I'm going to add my coconut milk. Give that a good mix. And I am going to simmer this for another 30 minutes. This is how our meat is looking. We still have 3 minutes left on this, and I am going to check the meat to make sure that it is tender to my liking. Let's take a look at this one. Oh yeah. And I am going to add another ingredient to this recipe, guys. It is curry goat booster, and this is going to take our dish to the next level. Going to give that a good mix. This is how my curry is looking after 3 minutes. Go ahead and give it a taste to see if it needs any additional seasoning. And this should take us to the end of our recipe. Hello guys, so my Jamaican goat curry is ready. Take a look. Doesn't it look amazing? Guys, check out how tender this meat is. Look, fork tender. It just slides right off this fork. I'm going to go serve this with some white rice. Thank you so much for cooking with me today, and I'll catch you guys later.